British man acquitted over London, Spain flight bomb hoax. Before the obvious begins, obviously he's not called Alan Smith or Tommy Brown. This British man sounds a little bit weird. It's odd to me how this only affects the English. You still get Welshmen called Gareth Evans and Scotsmen called Hamish McTatty or whatever. But English, whenever you see them represented on the BBC, they're always called, well, what's this bloke called? Aditya Verma admitted he told friends, on my way to blow up a plane. Told you. Okay, this story was covered quite routinely a couple of weeks back when he was actually charged and went to court. But I didn't hear as much about the actual result, and I wanted to share that because some very interesting tidbits came out about the trial, the most telling of which is, well, let's get to that, shall we? In fact, no, I'll briefly give you the story if you've been living under a rock and you didn't pay any attention, and then we'll get to the very, very interesting part, alright? The Spanish courts cleared a man of public disorder after he joked to friends about blowing up a flight. He said, I'm on my way to blow up a plane, I'm a member of the Taliban. But he said he made the joke in a private Snapchat group and never intended to cause public distress. So what did he get charged for? How can you get charged with causing public distress in a private place? Obviously the same point was made about the blokes who burnt a Grenfell effigy in the back garden, because they were in the back garden and they shared it in a private group. No crime is being committed here. How can you get charged under public order offences when it's happening in a private place? It's like locking yourself in your own bathroom, pulling yourself off, and then because the state was monitoring your webcam on your laptop, kicking your door off its hinges and telling you you're being arrested for public masturbation. You were locked in your bathroom. I mean, that's where we're headed. Be under no illusions. In 5 years' time, fapping in your bathroom, it'll be a criminal offence. The security services will boot your door off its hinges and make out like they just caught you with your cock in your hand outside a primary school. Mr. Verma's trial, held at the National Court in the Spanish capital, took place on Monday, a year and a half after the incident took place. The message he sent to friends before boarding the plane went to be picked up by UK security services who flagged it to Spanish authorities while the plane was still in the air. 2 F-18 fighter jets were sent to flank the aircraft. One followed the plane until it landed at Menorca, where the plane was searched. Mr. Verma, who was 18 at the time, was arrested and held in a cell for 2 days. He was later released on bail. 2 days in a cell and completely wrecking your holiday because you sent a message in a private WhatsApp group to your mates. Think of that. People don't seem to be outraged enough about this one because I haven't seen it covered too many places. Why? Why aren't you outraged? It was a private group. And according to these platforms, nobody listens to them because everything's encrypted. Well, we'll get to that part. That's the important bit. A key question in the case was how the message got out, considering Snapchat is an encrypted app. Yeah, and they love telling you how encrypted it is, don't they? Listen, if they're telling you it's encrypted, it's not encrypted. Trust me. If you turn WhatsApp on and it says in big letters at the top, all WhatsApp messages are encrypted, so you start sending a few risque photos to your husband. Trust me, Mark Zuckerberg is flogging his log over your private images. Everybody knows it. If they tell you it's encrypted, it definitely isn't. Think about it. Criminals, and that's what they all are, they never tell you the truth. When they first knocked on Peter Sutcliffe's door, he didn't say, check me boot. The hammer I used to cave the prozzies' heads in with, it's right there, mate. It's still covered in brains and that. That's not how it goes. Criminals tell lies all the time. If you think it's encrypted, you're an idiot, and if you value your privacy, stop using them. One theory raised in the trial was that it could have been intercepted via Gatwick's Wi-Fi network, but a spokesman for the airport said it doesn't have that capability, so it does then. So they got it from the UK, so it does have that capability. And Snapchat says, oh, we're encrypted, so they aren't encrypted. So just so you know, we are living in 1984. Everything you say is getting spied on, and yes, you will be prosecuted, and worst of all, miss out on a bloody good holiday with the lads, because you had the temerity to tell a joke in a private group. As I keep saying, we have already lost. We are not free people. This case proves it. There's no such thing as privacy, and the old Ben Franklin quote has been embraced by our leadership, by the world's leadership. You know the one I'm talking about. Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. It's a good quote because it's self-evidently true. A little bit of risk is what makes life worth living. Just a bit. And if you're so scared of your own shadow that you want everybody watching everybody all the time, you don't deserve any. You just don't. Amusingly as well, that quote was on an NPR story, which is basically like the American version of the BBC, so it's all propaganda. And halfway down it says this. What was the context of this remark? Oh, I was writing about a tax dispute. Okay, so far from being a pro-privacy quotation, it's actually, if anything, a pro-taxation and pro-defence spending quotation. Again, pissing in your face and telling you it's raining. Oh, you know what? When he said that, what he actually meant was, you should give the government all your money and tell them to spy on you. That's what you should do, yeah. Cheers. Cheers. How about do one? How's that grab you? Anyway, let me know if you weren't aware of this story, you should be. If you were labouring under the delusion that you were free people, you aren't. And if you're not currently packing a rage boner, you most definitely should be. Alright, thanks for watching as always. See you very soon. Hope you've had a great weekend. Toodle pip. Cheers.